Have you ever felt like you were eating the same, but gaining weight more easily? I'm Misa, a Japanese registered nutritionist, and I'm 39 years old. And I've noticed this for years, around my mid-20s, and especially after 35. I could eat the same meals, but my body didn't respond the same way anymore. If you felt that too, this video is for you. Because today, I'd like to share what completely changed the way I think about weight loss. One of the biggest reasons is that our metabolism radically slows down as we get older. That means even if we are eating the same way, our bodies may be burning fewer calories than before. Over time, that small difference between the calories we eat and the calorie we burn can radically add up. According to one simplified estimate, compared with our bodies in our 20s, that difference could add up to around 3 to 5 kilograms of body fat by our 30s, around 6 kilograms by our 40s, and around 9 kilograms by our 50s. Of course, this doesn't mean every woman will gain exactly this amount. Our muscle mass, activity level, sleep, hormones, and lifestyle all make a difference. But the idea really stayed with me. It finally explained why the same eating habit weren't giving me that same result anymore. But it took me years to understand what to do about it. At first, I thought the answer was simply to eat less. So the first things I did was cut out rice. Sometimes I even replaced dinner with a meal replacement shake. It worked when I was younger, but as I got older, it stopped working. I was hungry all the time. By the afternoon, I was rigid for snacks. Sometimes I felt irritated, and even though I was eating less, I wasn't losing weight the way I used to. So I started asking myself a different question. Instead of asking, how can I eat less? I started asking, why isn't this working anymore? That's when I began learning about nutrition. And I realized something surprising. The answer wasn't eating less. It was eating differently. That's what eventually led me to the Japanese diet. More specifically, it was building balanced meals, not just smaller meals. Instead of asking, what should I cut out? I started asking, what does my body need? So what does your body actually need? A balanced Japanese meal is actually very simple. It usually includes rice, a scoop of protein, vegetables, miso soup. Now let's look at why each of these matters. First, protein. Protein helps maintain muscle, and muscle helps support your metabolism. Then B vitamins. They help your body turn food into energy. One of the things I love about the Japanese diet is that these nutrients often come together naturally. A simple meal with rice, a scoop of protein, vegetables, and a miso soup really gives your body so much of what it needs. Rice, especially brown rice or mixed grain rice, can provide fiber and B vitamins. A good score of protein, like fish, eggs, tofu, or natto, helps support your muscles. Vegetables add vitamins, minerals, and even more fiber. And miso soup brings fermented foods, vegetables, and often seaweed or tofu, making the meal even more nourishing. So instead of cutting out rice, I started focusing on what to eat with it. Instead of making my meals smaller, I started making them more balanced. That's the biggest difference between many diets and the Japanese diet. The Japanese diet isn't about eating less. It's about giving your body what it needs. Looking back, I realized I was making 3 mistakes. First, I was cutting out rice. Second, I wasn't eating enough protein. Third, I was focusing only on calories instead of balance. Here's what I do. Instead, the Japanese diet helped me change all threes. Let me show you what this looks like. Imagine you are making a simple Japanese dinner. A bowl of rice, grilled salmon, spinach with sesame, miso soup with tofu and seaweed. It's the kind of meal many Japanese families have enjoyed for generations. That's it. Nothing special. No expensive diet foods. No calorie counting. Just a balanced meal. Before you go, I'd like you to remember just 3 things. First, if losing weight has become harder after 40, it doesn't necessarily mean you are doing something wrong. Your body is changing, and your way of eating needs to change with it. Second, the Japanese diet isn't about eating less. It's about building balanced meals. Instead of asking, what should I cut out? Try asking, what does my body need? And finally, don't be afraid of rice. Build your meal around the balance. Include a good score of protein, add plenty of vegetables, and enjoy a simple bowl of miso soup. Give your body what it needs. If you'd like a simple guide to help you get started, I've put together a free Japanese diet starter guide. It includes my Japanese diet plate, a shopping list, and a simple 3 days meal plan. You can download it from the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.